Recently, Twitter announced a brand new feature that is totally original and is going to completely revolutionize how people use social media. Okay, so if you couldn't already tell, I was being completely sarcastic because Twitter recently launched a new feature as part of their platform called Fleets, which is, well, you could say a direct ripoff of the Instagram Stories feature, the Facebook Stories feature, which is kind of inspired by Snapchat, all of which are very similar to one another with very slight differences that make them stand apart. Hey guys, if we haven't met before, my name's Joey Clarkson and I'm an independent singer-songwriter, voiceover artist, and audiobook narrator living in London, UK with my husband and our two Pomskis. I make videos just like this one every week, so if this is your thing, please do hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on so you don't miss the next episode. So, Twitter recently rolled out a new feature. From what I understand, it is still in the rollout stages, so not everyone has access to it yet, but I was lucky enough to wake up and find it sitting on my Twitter homepage Friday morning. And let me tell you guys, I was instantly hit with a bunch of questions and excitement? A bit of excitement. We'll get into the excitement a bit at the end of this video. My initial thoughts from this were, isn't this the exact same thing as Instagram Stories? Isn't this the same thing as Facebook Stories? Didn't they both rip off Snapchat? By no means is this idea an original concept, and actually it kind of goes against what Twitter has been branding themselves as, because Twitter is a place that people go when they want to speak and have conversations and interact with each other, not necessarily just consume video content the way that you would on Facebook and Instagram. Now, I know you do technically want people to engage on Facebook and Instagram, but it is in a very different way. So to me, it was really odd that Twitter did roll out this feature, but also exciting. Today we're briefly going to be going over Twitter's official statement. We're also going to take a peek at the features that Fleet offers once you're inside the actual Fleet studio. Then we're going to be going over the results that I saw after using this new feature for the weekend. And then at the very end of the video, I'm going to let you know why I think it's going to have a huge impact on your growth and engagement on Twitter. Okay, here we go. About Fleets on Twitter. Fleets give you the power to use and interact with Twitter in a whole new way, right in the moment. Fleets allow you to share fleeting or transitionary thoughts, and after 24 hours, they'll disappear from view. Again, this is not original, but let's get back to it. Share personal in-the-moment thoughts with your followers, free of public reactions. Fleet authors can see who views their fleets, including accounts with protected tweets, by clicking into their fleets and tapping on the Seen By text at the bottom. So I'm going to show you that after we go over this statement, because I'm actually going to open up my fleets section of Twitter and show you the past results from a few fleets that I posted over the weekend. Moving on. They don't get retweets, likes, and are not open to public replies. A fleet can include text, videos, GIFs, or photos. People can reply to your fleet by tapping on Send a message or the emoji icon at the bottom of your fleet. If you have open DMs, anyone can react to your fleets. If you have closed DMs, only people you follow can react to your fleets. People with access to fleets can see your fleets in two ways, so not everybody has access to this yet. I'm assuming they will soon because usually Twitter rolls out things pretty quickly. If they follow you, your fleets will appear in the new bar across the top of their home timeline. This is one of the really beneficial parts of the fleet. It is, again, pretty darn similar to what Instagram does. And again, we're going to go over why I think that this feature is integral to your growth on the Twitter platform at the end of this video. Anyone who can see your tweets can view your fleets from your profile by tapping on your profile photo. That's great to know too. So if you've blocked somebody from Twitter, they're not going to actually be able to see your fleets. If you protect your tweets, your fleets will also be protected. That's great. To delete a fleet, select Delete Fleet and it will remove the post. So that's good to know too. I mean, pretty standard function again, because you can do that on every other platform as well. Note, when you view someone's fleet, the fleet author will be able to see that you viewed it using the Seen By feature, even if your account has protected tweets. Additionally, please note that we maintain a copy of all sent fleets for a limited time after they expire or are deleted to be able to enforce against fleets that are found to violate our rules. That's a great safety feature. I think that's really responsible and important, and I'm happy that Twitter is putting those safety measurements into practice. If a fleet was found in violation, we may extend the time we maintain a copy of it to allow people an opportunity to appeal the violation if they believe it was a mistake. All right, so let's actually check out what Fleet looks like when you're on the mobile app. I have Twitter open right now, and you'll notice right away where Fleet is because it looks almost identical to Instagram stories. It's the top bar up here that has the little profile picture circles, and when you click on them, you can see what that person has posted. So I know that Music Marketing Academy has an open profile. Click on Dez's face here, and we can show you what his Fleet looks like.
I went live across 3 platforms. Facebook.
You'll see right here at the bottom of Dez's video that if I wanted to, I could type a message to Dez at Music Marketing Academy straight from watching his Fleet, which is pretty cool. And I've had a few people reach out to me from Fleets that I posted on the weekend, so this is really a great feature that they again have pulled over from Instagram or wherever you want to credit the source. Not an original idea, but they did take that part, which is great. So we're gonna leave Dez's story and we're going to go into my Fleet studio. Before we go in there, you guys should all check out Shannon Hines' new EP, Country Words, because she's awesome. And look, it's right there at the top of my Twitter feed. I'm just gonna quickly share and retweet that. There we go. All right, so we're gonna go into add on my profile. Now you'll see right here that it gives you the opportunity to use something that's already filmed within your gallery. So you can use videos or pictures that you've already taken. It's super easy. If I wanted to, for instance, show my new single cover art, which I haven't actually released to anybody right now, I would click on that and it would pop it right up here. From there, if it's a picture, I can add text if I want to, and then all I would have to do is click Fleet and send it out. And it would work in a very similar way to all of the other platforms that use this similar feature. Now, if we wanted to post something just text-based, you can do that. And you can change where the text is placed, you can bold your font, you can put a white background behind it, and you can change the color of the font. It is rather limited compared to other platforms. You can change the background color, but it is pretty basic. All right, we're gonna leave that one now. You can capture something directly from your phone. That's when you have to hit the button and hold the button down for however long you want to be filming for, or you can use the video function, which allows you to hit the button, remove your thumb, and then just film like a normal camera. This is like super basic, guys. It doesn't offer anything that other platforms don't. It is more or less a simplified version of what you would find on Instagram stories. That doesn't mean that we should ignore what it could possibly do for us on the Twitter platform. So before we jump into what this can do for you, I do want to quickly bring up my results from having posted 3 Fleets over the past 24 hours. My first one reached about 107 people. And as you can see, some of these are people I follow, some of them are people I don't, some of them were people who don't follow me yet, so that's quite cool. The second one I posted, I tried one of my face, and this one got about 92 people, 92 eyes on it, so that was pretty interesting. And the last one I posted was actually a produced video celebrating our album release, which is a year old yesterday, and this one is still live. So I'm not sure how this one will measure up at the 24-hour point. We're at 17 hours now, and 51 people have seen this Fleet. That's not actually too bad. It should be noted that my tweets usually get an average engagement of around 1 to 5 replies and around like 7 to 15 likes and 2 to 5 retweets. That's like the average engagement that I see on my tweets. So to have like 100 people actually take the time to watch a Fleet video is pretty good in my opinion, especially considering that not everybody who follows me on Twitter has access to the Fleet function yet, which leads me to believe that this is going to be an extremely useful feature for us as musicians using Twitter as a platform to get in front of our audience. The last thing I do need to say is that your videos can only be 30 seconds long, which is the same as Instagram Reels, twice as long as Instagram Stories, and half as long as TikTok. I'm kind of annoyed by that because I would love to have the full 60 seconds to get my content in front of people, and that's how I feel about Instagram Reels as well. I'm hopeful that if and when this feature takes off on Twitter, and Instagram Reels for that matter, I'm hoping they extend both of the features to include 60 seconds rather than just 30. So we've gone through everything we need to go through, which means it's time for me to tell you why I think that this is actually going to be an incredible tool for you to use on Twitter. As a musician or a self-employed person or a business owner, this is going to be something that can actually revolutionize how you use the platform. My main takeaway from this is that when you send a tweet out, a tweet has a limited lifespan. If it doesn't get the proper engagement within the first couple of minutes, first hour, first couple of hours, the chances of it exploding reduce drastically. So if you don't post the tweet at the right time of the day and you don't get the right kind of engagement on that tweet could be a flop. It could have been a waste of a tweet. And that tweet will be buried so far down people's feed that they might not actually see it. However, when you post that fleet, you not only have that fleet live for a full 24 hours, but you also have the opportunity for your profile picture in that lovely little circle to sit up at the top of everybody's home screen when they go into Twitter. If you post a fleet and Twitter thinks that people are likely to watch that fleet, they will keep your display picture up at the top of the home screen, which is just another way that you can get in front of your audience and remind them that you have content that they might want to see. Which is quite the opposite of what happens when you post an actual tweet, because they tend to get lost in the mass amounts of tweets that are being sent out. In short, I think that this could actually revolutionize how you get your content in front of your viewers. So my advice to you would be to work Twitter fleets into your social media strategies, even if it means you're only posting one a day. And that could even just be text-based. So replacing one of your tweets with a fleet. So you can jump on this trend early and show Twitter that you're posting content consistently to the fleet section of their platform. Therefore, your little profile picture at the top of everybody's home screen might actually remain at the top of their home screen, and keep your content in front of them even when you have a day that you don't tweet often. If you're interested in seeing how I am now planning on creating my content so that I can repurpose it across many platforms and still fit within the restrictions that they have created for us, hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on, because that's going to be a video that I put out in the very near future. Thanks so much for sticking around, guys. I really appreciate it. Your support means the world to me, and having people watch to the end of the video tells YouTube that people are interested in this content and helps me get it out to a broader audience. And I'm really hoping these videos can help more people. So thank you. Let me know in the comments below if you're planning on incorporating Fleet into your social media strategy. I would love to know. Thanks so much again, guys. I'm looking forward to getting to know you better, and I'll see you in the next video.